Hello again. In this particular video, we are going to see the list of cohesive devices which can be used in different contexts, and also we will discuss how to use them, some of them, right? So these are the list that you can use while writing the task. So let me explain it one by one so that you can have an idea. The first section is the overview section. So how can you begin it? And you have already seen this. You can use overall, in general, with regard to, regarding this, focusing on that, looking on that. So you can see overall, in general, all in all, perhaps is another one that you could use here, and which has already been used and you have seen that. And this is we can use when we write the second body paragraph, perhaps, or we are introducing a new subject, something new. So with regard to that, it has been consistent throughout the years, or regarding focusing on looking at, you're shifting the subject. So this will always be in the second body paragraph. Linking stage is perhaps something where you can use the question, where it is a process diagram, like at this point, following this, after this, next. So these are kind of sequences related process when we talk about. Contrast, when you introduce something different, or something almost opposite to the previous sentences, then you use it. Let me tell you that these all are used between two sentences. So don't use them just by giving comma within the sentences, which has been used. I've seen many students use them like this, just give a comma and they will start using them like however in contrast. I've seen many cases. So please don't use it within the sentence just by giving comma. They required a separate sentence to introduce. That's very important. So keep in mind. Now this one is this three is used when you are again using a paragraph with perhaps the contrast type of information. When you want to add some information, this is the list you can see. You might be aware of that, but there are more offer in additionally. If you're not sure about the uses of this, if you go through the examples, and in the end I'll keep the entire examples in totality by indicating these all uses, so perhaps you can understand the use of all of them, and you can see how they're used between these sentences. So that's the key here, right? These are used between two sentences, and now we will see some examples where they are used within these sentences. So they're used within two sentences. So linking stage, here we say and which point. And so you can see and is and, but this was followed by. So you can say in the first stage, people come and make the group, but this was followed by an investigation. After which, you can see here, after which only eligible people are selected for that, right? So this way we can use this in the same sentence, right? uh, Before searching all the informations related to the students, they are asked to, so they're within the sentence, you can say. So students are asked to come to the college before submitting their papers. So this can be used within the subject. And or you can say that everybody must ensure they get the right qualification and percentage of marks before they apply for the admission, right? So that can be used in between. While and whereas, again, is the part of the same sentence, right? It can be. So for example, we have just seen the example of whereas in the previous overview. So while can we use For example, if I am taking any overview part of sentence, you can see that there were many changes throughout the given period, while people who don't like students who don't like physics kept decreasing, right? So this is perhaps a sort, I don't know whether it's a better example, but that way you can understand it is used. You might be surprised that we use it to begin the sentence, although this can be used sometimes between the sentences when they come, because generally, they all required two sentences or two clauses. So we can use it in the beginning as well. Like, although students don't like to study humanity these days, there are considerable numbers, sorry, there are considerable numbers who still prefer maths. So you can see we have used with although, and although they can be used between the sentence. For example, most of the time they are used to begin a sentence, although sometimes they can be used within the sentence, within two sentences. Sorry, I made a mess, right? So actually, I wanted to say that most of the time they are used within two sentences. Sometimes they can be used between the sentences as well, right? Right. Okay. In contrast to, so you can see it is they are used within two sentences. You have to use them accordingly, and that's why they are given. But they can be used to introduce the sentence, right? And if you want to add another point, with plus subject plus verb ing, with so perhaps something we have written there has been a consistent change with people liking physics more and more. So you can see they are within two sentences. So the same way that's why I've told you, see, this is here we're adding a point, so we can be used. In addition to can be used within two sentences, right? Like something you have written in addition to that dash, which, who, of course, and is used like this. Okay, so those are the use of different kind of coherence and cohesive devices. um, you will have to keep searching through all examples which has been given in the entire video lessons. You will find a numerous example of all of them into that. Okay, so that's all from this cohesive devices. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you very soon in my next video. Bye for now.